When you think of ultimate showdowns, you might think of Apollo Creed versus Rocky, Joe Frazier versus Muhammad Ali, or SpongeBob versus Patrick in that one wrestling episode of SpongeBob. But the most compelling type of fight is one with an underdog, someone who doesn't listen to the limitations other people give them. It's like the story of David versus Goliath. Cloud storage also has its own Davids and Goliaths, and we'll compare them in a Royal Rumble featuring pCloud versus Sync versus Google Drive versus OneDrive versus Dropbox versus Icedrive. Cloud storage is great when you know that your data is secure, but the title reveals that not all companies we will look at have the best reputation. We will rate each cloud service on a scale of 1 to 5 boxing gloves, based on pricing, features, security, privacy, and ease of use. Why boxing gloves? I don't know, it feels like we've got a theme going on.
Why?
I don't know!
The alternative is, rocks to the head. I'm much more comfortable with someone getting punched in the face. And by the way, did I mention that you can get the best deals on all of the products in this video by using the exclusive links added in the description box? Some of these deals are exclusive to the CyberLab viewers. Okay, now let's look at our first Goliath, OneDrive. Microsoft OneDrive has more resources than the average cloud provider, backed by one of the biggest tech companies ever. It integrates directly with other Microsoft products, namely Teams, Defender, Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint. You also get 2 unique programs, Clipchamp, a simple video editing program, and Editor, Microsoft's answer to Grammarly. This makes OneDrive most useful for small businesses. For everyone else, Google offers free Word, PowerPoint, and Excel versions, bringing the features rating to a 3 out of 5. Now let's take a closer look at cost. Pricing starts at $2 per month for 100 gigabytes of storage and goes up to $10 for 1 terabyte. This includes the basic forms of Microsoft Office products and Outlook. Higher cost plans include advanced versions of Office, access to the new tools we've already mentioned, and a family plan with extra controls. The free storage only offers 5 gigabytes with no perks, but the free version is only available if you search for it because Microsoft likes money. Surprise, surprise.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money!
This gives them a 3 out of 5 on pricing, partially because of the limited space and lack of lifetime deals. Now, on privacy, let's get this one out of the way. Microsoft gets a 1. Microsoft has a terrible history with data, using it for Bing and Edge. Instead of zero-knowledge encryption, it has zero standing access, so Microsoft can view your files for any security reason. Isn't that convenient? However, Microsoft prevents outsiders from getting in. OneDrive is supported by all major platforms, iOS, Android, and Windows. Because Microsoft built it, it works best with Windows. The Android platform and web app are also pretty simple. My only gripe is that Microsoft likes to advertise upgrades in the corner, so it gets a 4 out of 5 on ease of use. Overall, OneDrive gets 16 out of 25 points, which could be worse. What about you? Do you trust Microsoft and have any juicy stories about OneDrive? Let us know in the comments. Meanwhile, let's look at our first David, Sync. Like OneDrive, Sync integrates with Microsoft 365. It gets bonus points for integrating with Adobe Creative Cloud, Google Drive, and Slack. So you have options, even if Google's and Microsoft programs are redundant. Sync also earns its name. It syncs stuff. Well, I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. So Sync gets a 5 out of 5 on features. On pricing, Sync costs anywhere from $0 to $24 per month. You might also prefer 5 gigabytes of free storage. Sizes range from 2 to 6 terabyte, which is more than OneDrive. You can even get unlimited storage if you pay for team plans. Sync offers plans with lots of storage that don't require you to have a family, like a pushy mum asking, "Where are my grandkids?" So Sync gets a 4 out of 5 on pricing for pure value, only needing lifetime plans to get to the next level. On privacy and security, Sync scores a solid 5 out of 5 on both. Sync has a clear privacy policy and zero-knowledge encryption, meaning that the company itself has zero knowledge on what you store on its servers. When you mash privacy and security together, you get GDPR, HIPAA, and PIPEDA compliance, which is pretty impressive. When looking at ease of use, Sync is kind of meh. The web app is simple and outdated, which is great if you hate modern technology. This is the same feeling you get from the desktop app, looking like a discount OneDrive. The mobile app, however, is sleek and inviting, so this combo makes ease of use a 3 out of 5. With an overall score of 22 out of 25, Sync makes a nearly perfect score. Sync needs some interface updates and a lifetime payment option. If you've been planning to buy pCloud, now is the perfect time to grab it. Use the link provided in the description section to get a whopping 30% off. Okay, back to the giants. Dropbox is next. Now, among giants, Dropbox is small. Think hill giants versus storm giants. If you get that joke, I see you, my D&D friends. Dropbox is similar to Sync. It integrates with Google, Microsoft, Adobe, and Canva. It even connects with HubSpot, Autodesk, and Amazon Web Services, all impressive integrations. Dropbox's unique feature is e-signing, which is situational but handy. So Dropbox gets a 5 out of 5 for features. On pricing, Dropbox is the most expensive. There are no free plans, which is a bummer. The paid plans range from 2 to 5 terabytes. You pay anywhere from $10 per month for individual plans to $30 per month per user if you want a business plan. Thankfully, the extra space is handy. But still, no flexibility on pricing earns Dropbox a 2 out of 5. You might expect Dropbox to be terrible on privacy under the Goliath list. Dropbox privacy policy proves this assumption following OneDrive's "for any security reason" approach. Dropbox did announce a collaboration with Boxcryptor to offer zero-knowledge encryption, but there are no updates. Where's my privacy, Dropbox? Because it's not here. The one saving grace, Dropbox doesn't sell your data for ads, so I'll give them a 3 out of 5 for privacy. However, we can't say the same for their security, getting a 1 out of 5. You might wonder why we think Dropbox security is flaming garbage. I'm glad you asked. Leaks and security problems. These security problems run the gambit of people not requiring passwords to log in, accidental data restoration going back 6 years, and the exposure of nearly 70 million passwords, so be aware of these when considering Dropbox. Dropbox tries to make this up by being modern and shiny, so they get a 5 out of 5 on ease of use. The company has spent a lot of time perfecting their system. Everything about Dropbox is engaging across platforms. In many ways, it's even sleeker than OneDrive. You can find these apps across iOS, Android, and desktop computers. But despite having this shiny coat of paint, the security, privacy, and pricing weaknesses give this one a 15 out of 25 points. Do you think Dropbox will overcome this reputation and become the castle for your data-based treasures? Let us know in the comments. Now let's take a look at our next David, Icedrive. Icedrive is new compared to all of these companies. So it's the most underdog of underdogs. Let's start with pricing, an area where Icedrive excels. Icedrive offers plans that vary from $2 per month to $15. Its storage ranges from 150 gig to 5 terabyte under monthly and annual options. Icedrive also offers an alternative, lifetime plans. These plans vary from $99 to $1,000. Whose lifetime? Well, that depends on who dies first. Oh, that's a bit morbid. For more jokes on impending doom, leave a like on our video. Or you can leave a like anyway and beg us to stop reminding you of your demise. Moving on, the pricing structure offers the most flexibility, giving them a firm 4 out of 5 to start. Now, on features, Icedrive feels light. It has none of the third-party integrations you expect with providers like Dropbox. Instead, Icedrive focuses on improving the experience. For example, it automatically syncs using an intelligent cache to limit space consumption on your computer. Consider it like carrying an interdimensional suitcase. It feels empty, but it's full of things. Whether you prefer faster speeds or more integrations depends, but the complete lack of options hurts, giving it a 2 out of 5. Icedrive quickly makes up ground on security and privacy with a 5 on both fronts. Like Sync, Icedrive isn't a big target for hackers. so it isn't known for leaks and has a clear privacy policy affirming your data is yours. The company also uses two-fish, zero-knowledge, client-side encryption, meaning nobody can access your info but you. On ease of use, Icedrive is alright. It has no desktop environment outside of a basic folder, but the mobile and web app are simple and sleek. It helps that Icedrive doesn't have a lot of features, so it gets a 3 out of 5. With an overall score of 19 out of 25, Icedrive focuses where it counts: security and privacy. Let us know, is cloud storage collaboration a game changer for you, or do you just use it to back up your data? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. Okay, our next up will be with the big dog, woof woof. Google. But before you start howling their graces, let's start with the elephant in the room. Google gets a 1 out of 5 for privacy because it takes your data and sells it to advertisers. Shock horror if you didn't know that yet. Contrary to popular belief though, they don't read what's inside your drive. Google is like the friend who skips the latest entry in your diary due to morals. On security, Google gets a 4 out of 5. After all, they are a huge tech company with secure data centers and virus protection. Like Microsoft, they don't get leaks and are good with outside attacks. Google's pricing is actually great. You get free storage up to a whopping 15 GB, and with paid plans ranging from $2 to $10 monthly. Sizes range from 100 GB to 2 TB, so pricing is worth a 4 out of 5, mainly due to the lack of lifetime plans. On features, Google only integrates with itself. You don't even need to pay to get this integration. However, Google does improve your Android's photo editing app and provides dark web monitoring. Oh, and you get a VPN. Yes, you heard me correctly. A Google One VPN. It's like giving a knight armor made out of a sponge cake. Google gets a 2 out of 5 on features. The company doesn't offer much. Ease of use is a mixed bag. The web app offers a great navigation interface, but be careful not to rely too much on the search function. Create folders. They will help you navigate. The desktop app is similar to OneDrive. It only decides randomly when not to sync. The Google Android app is the best, with the iOS app receiving less love. So they get a 4 out of 5 for ease of use. This gives Google Drive an overall score of 15 because of its awful privacy. But do you think a business model like Google can work without using your data? Share your thoughts in the comments. And for our last David, let's take a look at pCloud. It's smaller than Google and more experienced than Icedrive, making it similar to Sync on paper. pCloud lets you get annual storage for about $50 for 500 GB. You can also pay $100 for 2 TB, but no monthly plans are available. But they do have a free 15 GB of storage, which is awesome. pCloud skips straight to lifetime plans, varying between $200 to $1,200. Storage varies from 500 GB to 10 TB. So pCloud has a 4 out of 5 on pricing, mainly because it doesn't have a monthly plan. pCloud is a cross between Google and Icedrive in features, but with a twist. Their limited features allow for faster syncing under a drive on your system named the P drive. pCloud doesn't have any third-party integrations. Instead, its energy goes to a unique media player. The media player works for audio and video, saving you a lot of space on media storage. So for features, they get a 4 out of 5. On privacy and security, they get a 5 out of 5. pCloud has zero-knowledge encryption and hosts a hacking challenge, inviting people to test their security. So far, there have been no survivors. Winners. Winners, not the other thing. Moving on, ease of use. Like all other providers, pCloud is on Android, iOS, and Windows. Across all platforms, you'll find simple interfaces with handy features across OSs. So without getting too far into the details, pCloud gets a 5 out of 5. The interface is even comparable to Dropbox. So pCloud offers the best overall experience, period. Getting a 23 out of 25. Based on our findings, pCloud is the #1 cloud storage platform when compared to even the biggest cloud storage providers. And you, lucky person, get a whopping 80% off on pCloud using the special link provided in the description section down below. And there's also a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you absolutely have got nothing to lose. So if we're talking about cloud storage, the underdogs truly come out on top. They've got better security, which is a huge deal if you want to secure your precious things like family photos. So thanks for being here. Goodbye.